It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game in the defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to him. He finds some space again. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw from Wilson. Caught by Theo Johnson. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. On play action now, Wilson. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So that brings up second down.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
To throw again on second and 10, Wilson. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Russ is cooking again. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Julius Chestnut to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds his man, it's Van Jefferson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Right back to Pollard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Motioning the tight end now. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Russ is gonna cook here. He's got Bellinger. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets him around 6 there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's Tracy once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. They go right back to Tracy. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st down, here's Russ. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Pass cut by Tracy. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains, build momentum, and keep that defense on its heels.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. It's a design boot. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Tracy. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Giants now lead by 10. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw now. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on first down. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And now they face second down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. That's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here's Tracy. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Wilson now from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Titans will get set to take over. First down, ball at the 36. They'll throw to begin this drive. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Ridley, the motion man left. To the air now on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They motion a receiver left. They'll run now on 2nd down. This is ahead for about 5. He was brought down by Roy Robertson-Harris. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Up and good from Joseph. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. So after they ran into the kicker, Brock, that penalty keeps this drive going with a 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, a run with Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for two in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Gray now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Russ now from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Wilson to throw it. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Russ is cooking again. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Once more, it's Wilson. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. It's 2nd and goal. Now here's Russ. Getting out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants will add to their lead at the end of the half. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants grow their lead to 8. Gano ready to send this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewitt.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They give to Pollard on the option. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Titans will have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he's tackled for a short gain. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Caught by Pollard. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Pollard on 1st and goal. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Looking to the air here. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Titans keeping their offense on the field. Love it. They're trying for 2. He's throwing for it. And he will get into the end zone. That ties this game up. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. On play action now, Wilson. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Russ. Cut out left. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing again, here's Wilson. Connects with Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're now set for 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And now it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Wilson now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has it in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Back-to-back runs, stopped short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal, and he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Chestnut on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This, our last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed to Lockett. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Giants football. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run. Here's Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Russ now from the gun. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there. No luck finding his receiver that time.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Pass cut by Tracy. Stiff arm success. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This is Tracy. He cuts it to the right sideline. Give him 24 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. This throw is caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. It's Tracy on the carry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Here's Tracy once more. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants double their lead to 14. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Chestnut on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Titans on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Pass taken in by Pollard. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and long for him here. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He's looking deep once again. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give right side to Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Giants feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They go right back to Tracy. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Running this with Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Gano ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They bring the tight end in motion. From the 31. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They are throwing it again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From midfield now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 31-yard play, and the Titans will have a 1st down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Giants get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Now here comes the New York offense. They can trot out every offense's favorite formation now, Brock, and kneel out this win. Defense, no timeouts left to stop them. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Giants take a knee here, running out the final seconds to their victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say goodbye from Nashville.